Hi Sacred Souls, welcome to my channel Sacred Intuition. And this is a very interesting message. Okay, so it is about someone who has walked away from a Five of Swords, a conflict situation. I feel like this person also kind of felt stabbed in the back. There has been heartbreak, and this person is now carrying that Ace of Swords on their back because they also want to bring this Ace of Swords to you, okay? It could also mean that you have been walking away from a conflict situation. Yeah, possible. And you are taking action towards your clarity in your truth. But what I'm getting more is a love message. Because normally the Eight of Cups is about walking away. But here I feel like this person is walking away from the Five of Swords and is coming towards the Page of Wands to the Ace of Swords. Because I asked, what is happening? Where are they going to? And it's about taking action. It's not a massive action that is going to happen. And yet it is going to be the beginning of clarity, okay? It could mean that you are just going to find some closure from an old chapter. That is possible. So I basically asked what this is all about. Why this Ace of Swords? And this talks about something that ended before with the world and how there is a slow offer to arrive that is bringing happiness because someone can no longer hold back from it with the Nine of Wands. Okay? What can they not hold back from? This lover's connection. From making that choice. Okay? I mean, if you just want to view it from your perspective, if you don't think that applies for an external person outside of you, and this is your energy, then that means that you have closed out a cycle regarding a connection or an offer that was made maybe in the past, and you are actually going towards your happiness, which means to free yourself out of a difficult situation and making a choice. Okay, so where is this leading to, or what are the intentions? The intentions are to heal something and to create something new and to create forward movement into the Hierophant energy. The Hierophant energy, of course, talks about a higher level commitment, but it also talks about our mindsets, our traditions, our values, our key beliefs. But what I'm getting here is moving towards something that you have prayed for. And if this relates to a person that is coming towards you, then this person wants to heal and manifest forward movement in this higher level connection, okay? Because this is something that they have prayed for. This is definitely someone who's coming out of isolation because the Tower and the Knight of Wands. Which is quite fast-moving energy, even though I think it's quite interesting because in this deck, this Knight of Wands doesn't seem to be moving at all, while here there seems to be at least some movement because you see the cape is kind of flowing in the wind. Interesting enough, I just received a call, which, yeah. Anyway, so maybe that call, that message is coming in, and it was pretty slow before. But why am I hearing a player is coming out of self-isolation? Because they haven't found what they've been looking for. because they looked for it in all the wrong places. Wow, that's a title. Someone's returning after they looked in all the wrong places. Anyway, so how do they see you? They see you as the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess. This talks about someone. This is you, the viewer. This is how they see you. You are someone who is very independent, who sets strong boundaries, who stands in their authenticity, and has a secretive aura, a secretive vibe around you, okay? You are very deep. And this kind of depth to a person can be very scary, especially if someone is not ready to meet themselves at that kind of depth, okay? Let's just see, what else do we need to know about this situation? Is there anything else? Oh, well, this is either a situation that caused you a lot of sleepless nights, but I'm also getting specifically that this person has been very much in the Nine of Swords about it. I think this Nine of Swords energy is also the reason why they haven't come forward before. And honestly, I think it's good. But they cannot hold back anymore. Yeah, because Judgment and Six of Pentacles, that calls for karmic balance being restored, okay? Yeah, Page of Swords. So, and this can only be restored through communication and opening up about like what kind of devil energy there was involved. And I don't talk about literal devil energy, but this is like negative patterns, negative beliefs, negative friendships, connections, environments, something that keeps people trapped. Maybe that's also the reason why they were kept in the Nine of Swords. And as long as they didn't kind of call the final curtain on it, they were also not allowed in your life, because I feel that you have actually become very stable in their absence. And what I'm feeling is that this is also something that, interesting, I'm hearing that irritated their demons even more. No, but what I actually wanted to say is that made them even more intimidated, because they thought they had you figured out, but they didn't. And because they wanted to put you in a certain box that they could easily label, because if they, look, Ten of Swords, they literally caused a painful ending to themselves. They stabbed themselves over and over again. And yeah, and that's a realization, I'm sure, takes a little time to process. Because imagine you are so convinced that you're right about something because it's comfortable for you. And let's be real. Each and every one of us, we have our ego. And that's being human, right? We make mistakes. And sometimes it appears, and I really do say it appears because it's seldomly the case. Look, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups, someone wants to fight and stand up for this connection now. But I don't think that was something that they could do before. Anyway, with the ego thingy is sometimes we might believe that it is more comfortable and more secure and safe to stay stuck in a certain situation because the unknown is scary, okay? It's true. Taking a leap of faith requires courage, but so does love. Okay, what else do we need to know here? What else? Six of Swords. It is moving into calmer waters. That is positive, and that also means the past is being left behind. And I do feel like with the past, it also involves this Nine of Swords energy. pretty sure about it. Yeah, look. The 5 of Wands, the conflict, the battle, whether it's an internal battle or even an external battle, maybe you had an argument. I feel like this is being left behind. What is stopping them? Yeah. Either they have seen something online, or what is stopping them is actually not knowing how to send a message. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, okay. What is holding them back at this time is that they're still working on how to move forward. And you know what? I appreciate that energy, because for my collective, I appreciate it because this is then also a sincere action. This is something that is not going to be in and out. This is something that actually can start something new and build something lasting, right? With the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, look. The Ace of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Oh, wow. That is very, very interesting. I'm telling you, there is going to be, you will notice a very, very big change in that person. Yeah, look. Someone wants to work on this heartbreak situation. Yeah, they want to. They want to equally give to it. They want to speak the truth to their Empress, right? Just be the Wheel of Fortune, because they've been burdened. They've been burdened for being locked out of heaven. Okay. I'm going to leave it right here. I'm sending you all the very best. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.